Are you searching for the best table saw to improve your woodworking projects? Whether you are a professional or just love doing DIY projects, having the right table saw is very important. Today, we have picked the top 5 best table saws of 2025. We looked at how well they work, how long they last, and how much they cost. Keep watching to find the best table saw for you. Remember, all the links to these products are in the description box below. Let's begin. Number 1. DeWalt 10-inch Table Saw. The DeWalt 10-inch table saw is a great tool for woodworking. It has a strong 15-amp motor that easily cuts through different types of wood. In our tests, it handled both large sheets and thick wood with no trouble. The saw has a big 32.5-inch rip capacity, which makes cutting large plywood sheets easy. Even though it is powerful, it is still portable, showing DeWalt's smart design. This table saw makes smooth and straight cuts right away. We did not need to adjust the fence. The controls are easy to reach, including the on/off switch, depth adjustment, bevel adjustment, and fence adjustment. Putting the saw together took some time, about 45 minutes, because the stand is not pre-assembled. However, the stand has wide legs that make the saw very stable. This extra effort was worth it. The saw comes with a 24-tooth blade, which is good for basic cuts. The saw has important safety features. It includes a riving knife, blade guard, flip cover power button, and a push stick. These safety tools help keep you protected without getting in the way of your cuts. The blade guard is a little tricky to use, but it works as well as other saws we tested. If you need a table saw, the DeWalt 10-inch is a good choice. It is strong, accurate, stable, and easy to carry. It works well for both professionals and hobbyists. The saw is reliable, ready to use out of the box, and built to last. What we like: strong and stable stand. Blade included for basic cuts. Comes with push stick, miter gauge, and extra riving knife storage. Folds up to save space. What we don't like: can shake a little when fully extended. Heavy, needs 2 people to move. Number 2. Ryobi 18V Table Saw. The battery on this budget-friendly table saw works well for light tasks. The fence was straight and aligned right out of the box. It's not fancy, but it gets the job done. The saw is lightweight, easy to carry, and has enough power for basic needs. It's not super powerful, but it can cut sheet materials up to 12 inches wide and handle crosscuts on standard lumber. This small saw comes as a kit with a 4 amp-hour battery and charger, or you can buy just the tool if you already own other 18-volt Ryobi tools, since the batteries are interchangeable. DIYers and some professionals might like its simple design and low price, making it ideal for small projects. Being battery-operated is a big advantage, as it lets you use the saw in places without power outlets. It includes blade guards, a sliding fence, and an 8.25-inch blade for basic cuts. In our tests, the Ryobi table saw had enough power to cut 1x8s and composite decking, but it struggled to clear away shavings. A blower would help with this. It has a dust port on the back that can connect to a shop vacuum hose to reduce sawdust in the air. While it doesn't come with a large stand, it has legs that can be screwed onto a workbench or table for extra stability during use. What we like: cordless design, no need for a power outlet. Great for beginners and occasional use. Handles most DIY projects well. What we don't like: not suitable for heavy-duty professional work. Stand not included. Number 3. Bosch 4100 XC Worksite Table Saw. Bosch is known for making strong small motors, so it's no surprise that this 10-inch portable table saw works well. The Bosch saw reached a blade speed of 3,500 RPM, which is a little slower than other table saws, but it is a good balance of power and accuracy. It had no problem cutting through 2x6 wood, and it was still fast enough to make smooth crosscuts on 3/4-inch plywood. We also liked the size of this machine. The Bosch 10-inch table saw can cut pieces up to 32 1/8 inches wide, which was one of the largest we tested. This allowed us to cut through bigger plywood pieces. Making changes to setup cuts on the Bosch was easy because the parts are well made. Once set up, the rack and pinion miter fence let us adjust the cuts easily by turning a knob. Changing the blade height and adjusting the blade for precise miter cuts is simple too, thanks to a smooth blade height adjustment wheel. However, the miter attachment that comes with the Bosch could be stronger. If you plan on doing many miter cuts, we suggest getting a better miter gauge from a different brand. Even though it is big, the Bosch table saw is easy to move. It folds up easily with a single foot pedal. After folding, large wheels and flat tires make it easy to roll around the yard. The Bosch mostly comes already put together, but like all the table saws we tested, the stand needs full assembly, which took us about 45 minutes. It took another 45 minutes to set up the miter settings and the rip fence. Once put together, the Bosch folds and sets up with a foot pedal. What we like. Cuts quickly through thick wood. Easy to use foldable stand. Great rip capacity. Good blade height, fence, and miter adjustments. What we don't like. Small miter gauge. Number 4. Milwaukee M18 table saw. Milwaukee's 8¼ inch table saw is cordless, making it easy to use in places without power. This saw is a good mix of power and portability. It comes with a rechargeable 12Ah lithium-ion battery and a fast charger. The blade on the M18 cordless table saw was perfectly aligned with the fence right out of the box, so we did not need to make any adjustments. The motor ran smoothly with little vibration. Using the all-purpose blade included, the saw made clean and smooth cuts through plywood and dimensional lumber. Setting up the saw was quick and easy. It took about 10 minutes to install the blade, riving knife, and blade guards. The push stick and an extra riving knife are stored on the saw body for easy access. All the controls are placed close together on the front of the saw. We connected the saw's dust port to a wet/dry vacuum, which helped reduce airborne sawdust. The miter gauge included with the saw works fine, but it may not be the best for frequent angle cutting. If you need to make precise angle cuts, it is a good idea to buy a better miter gauge. This table saw can cut up to a 47-degree bevel and has a cutting depth of 2.5 inches. One feature that stood out on the M18 is the OneKey Smart Module. This built-in tracking system connects to a smartphone using Bluetooth. However, it only works when the phone is within 100 feet of the saw. We hoped the tracker would work over a few miles, which would be better for preventing theft. Still, it is a good feature, and we are excited to see future upgrades from Milwaukee. What we like. Cordless design allows easy movement on job sites. Quick and simple setup. Smooth and accurate cuts on different materials. Comes with a dust port for better dust control. What we don't like. Small rip capacity is better for smaller projects. Number 5. Skil 15-amp 10-inch portable job site table saw. Skil's table saw is a great choice for people with small workshops or those who do not want to spend too much money. Even though it is affordable, it has a lot of power. The 15-amp motor allows the saw to reach speeds of over 4,200 RPM. This speed helps it make smooth cuts on thin plywood. Even with its fast speed, the table saw has enough strength to cut through thicker wood easily. One helpful feature is the rack and pinion fence rails. These rails make it easier to set up straight cuts, which is a feature usually found on more expensive saws. This Skil table saw is the smallest we tested. It has a rip capacity of 25.5 inches. This means you may need a circular saw to cut larger pieces of plywood. However, its small size is an advantage for storage. It measures only 2 feet by 2 feet. Unlike other portable table saws, the Skil model stands on foldable legs instead of a collapsible base. This makes it a little harder to set up and put away, but it also means the saw is easier to store. The saw does not have wheels like some other models, but it is light, weighing only 51 pounds. This makes it easy to lift and move around. Despite its light weight, the wide base created by the legs makes it very stable. It had less movement than any other table saw we tested. What we like. Small and lightweight. Strong motor for the size. Stable base with foldable legs. What we don't like. Limited rip capacity. I hope you liked this video. I have tried my best to provide accurate information about the products that are available on the market, so that you can pick the correct product for your purpose. If you have any questions or suggestions, please comment down below. Also, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Thanks for watching.